Yeah, man, with that being said, give us some information on, Mr. Jermaine as a young man. Like, what motivated you and helped mold you to who you are now, Because we all have humble beginnings, you know what I mean?
Well, I had a lot of different inspirations, a lot of different things motivate me throughout the years coming up. From the time I was a young jit to a grown man, I've lived a lot of different experiences. One thing I can attest outside of my mother is the rest of the women that I had who would caretake for me. My mother, she worked a lot. It was times where she was working 14 and 15 hours a day just to make sure that, home was straight. And also my stepfather, I can't leave him out of the equation because he was there. I was fortunate enough to have a strong black male figure in my home, as my stepfather, and he did the best that he could to be a father to me. So I gotta also, attest to my parents. But then outside of that immediate family, I would say is the women who took me in, the friends, the mothers of my friends, and I would end up forming these new families up under the household of other parents, and they would take me in, and a lot of women kind of raised me as their own, and I had a few babysitters on the way that sold a lot of good stuff into me, and I had a few mothers of friends that sold a lot of stuff into me. And then as I grew older, I'll say that's one of the things, the black women who helped raise me, they instilled in me a sense of God, because my parents, they didn't go to church. So, and that's why I came up in the Christian background, so they could help me stay close to God and keep that in my mind as I was growing up. And then when I got old enough to start seeking knowledge and having the interest to seek knowledge for myself, I started to do my own research. And through networking with different people, I came across the Nation of Islam. And the Nation of Islam, under the leadership of Minister Farrakhan, really helped tie a lot of loose ends together and help give me the purpose and the direction to bring the things that I had inside of me out. I think when any black man hears those teachings, it really arises the real man and the real God himself. And we all got a vision, we all got something. And what the Nation of Islam helped me do is to recognize who I am first as a person, and then also to recognize my opposition so that I can navigate in this world. And once I got my roadmap laid out, I knew how to execute through various things like the general orders that we learned in the Nation of Islam. The metrics of the earth, understanding what we really got ownership of, a lot of stuff that's really deep that we don't even think to get into because we're so concerned about the surface level. But when you really get that true knowledge, that true understanding, it brings out the lion in you, and that's what I wanted to do for the rest of these people who I see afflicted, through my training, through boxing, is to give that lion spirit to every individual so that they can bring their dreams and their fruitions and make it all come to reality for them.
Most definitely.